What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm back at you again, and we're going to break down these games, and we're going to talk about last night. And let's start with the Pistons and the New York Knicks. Now, I was wrong about this game. I thought the Knicks would come out and win. I thought they would go up 2-0 and bring it back to Detroit. But now they made it a little bit more interesting. But the Knicks, they didn't play well. They kept Tobias Harris under 20 points. He had 25 the other night. They kept Asur Thomas, their best player, under 10 points, which is insane. They couldn't keep Cade Cunningham under wraps, and that's probably the reason they lost. They did what they had to do with everyone else but Cade Cunningham and Dennis Schroeder. So it's these role players in the playoffs that come out of nowhere and lay their mark in the game and end up helping their team win. So that's what the playoffs is. Which bench player is going to step up? Who's going to be the guy? And it looked like it was Schroeder being the guy. He almost locked in 30 minutes for them. Quality minutes. 20 points, 3 assists. This brother accounted for almost 30 points. It's crazy. If you count his assists, they could have been threes, who knows? And then you got Cade Cunningham just going crazy on him. But if you look on the Knicks side, nobody but Jalen Brunson did anything. Michael finally stepped up because he didn't have a good game last game. He played all right, but you need him to drop you 20. But now, Anaboy, or however you say his name, only gave you 10 points. You ain't going to win like that. Josh Hart, he usually gives you 10, but in the playoffs, you need him to step up. Karl Anthony Towns, giving you anything less than 20 and 10 is a disgrace. So that's why the Knicks lost. You got 3 starters combining for 30 points. And one of your starters had 37 by himself. That is unacceptable. Now you got 3 of your rotational players that didn't even lay a point down. I don't know how you gonna win like that. Now if the Knicks think they're gonna lollygag and play around with this Detroit team, Cade Cunningham's gonna slap them. Cade Cunningham and Arthur Thomas or Thompson is going to make them realize they shouldn't have played around with their food. Now, if New York comes like this and plays like this in Detroit, I guarantee you Cade Cunningham's going to slap them. And I told you Cade from the beginning was going to be a problem. But I thought New York, their defense was smart enough to handle him, especially at home. His first playoff appearance. And they can't figure the brother out. The brother locked in 42 minutes. He didn't look a least bit tired at all. He just kept coming at them. And he was rough and riding them. He was being physical on defense. Literally, the Knicks had no answer for this brother. Now, I'm not going to call out the winner, who I think going to win till tomorrow. But I'm leaning towards Detroit because the way they played last night, they showed me that they have a chance because they do have 2 stars. Their 2 stars is Cade Cunningham, their offensive prowess man, and Arthur Thompson is their defensive specialist. Athletic guy, does it all. Didn't have the best scoring night last night, quiet night, but it happens. Look for him to play much better at home. These young road guys, they don't play well on the road. These young guys, they play well at home. When they're on the road, they usually have quiet games. So look for Arthur Thompson to have a big game come tomorrow or whenever they play. All right, next, we're going to talk about the Clippers. I picked the Clippers to win last night because I thought they had some momentum from the last game, even though they lost. And I knew Kawhi Leonard was going to step up. I told you Kawhi Leonard is capable of dropping 40 points, and he dropped 39. James Harden didn't even need to drop 20 points, and they handled them. But this is the recipe for the Clippers to win. Let Kawhi control the game, and then when Kawhi's tired, you let James Harden do his thing. That's how you win. And then Nolan Powell will get his threes here and there, his hustle points, garbage points. Zubac will get his garbage points off rebounds and pick and rolls. And Chris Dunn will have to get his garbage points because he can't score in any other way. Now, if you got your bench players giving you 6 and 6 and 2 here, that's how you win the game. but you need Kawhi to be the head horse going at you and at you and at you, because there's no one on that team that can handle Kawhi. There is no one on that Denver Nuggets team that can handle Kawhi one-on-one. And this is where not having that player from Orlando, I forget his name, that we talked about yesterday. This is where Caldwell Pope. This is where they're missing Caldwell Pope. Now you're missing out on another wing defender that could be helping you. But now you just got to surrender and give up easy points to Kawhi Leonard, breaking you down. And when that brother gets tired, he can swing it right on over to James Harden to take your top off and score at will. So I just don't know how Denver's going to get out of this series unscathed. Because if they play the way they played last night and game one, somehow they won game one playing the way they did, it's over. There ain't no way in hell that the Denver Nuggets can play at this pace and expect to beat this team. Jokic and Murray both have to drop over 30 points each. That's the way it has to be. And they both need 10 assists each. That's the only way the Denver Nuggets are winning any of these games. It has to be that way. They have to be able to win in that way. Gordon giving you 14, that's his average. Porter giving you 15, that's around his average. Bron, same thing. Westbrook gave you his average. So my point is, you can't expect your other guys, your role guys, to give you more than what they average. So if they're giving you that, you got to give them 30-plus points. Guess what? If Jokic and Murray drops 30 points each with the same stat line they got, they win easily. And that's my point. They need to be more efficient, and they need to make each basket count. However they make it happen, they need to make it happen. The only way the Nuggets are getting out of this is if both of them drop 30 each, and they both need their assist numbers to be really high. Getting all the other players involved, because they don't get shots on their own. They need people to get them shots. So that's the way it's got to be. But the Clippers, on the other hand, they got guys that can get their own shot. They got guys that can spread the floor. And Zubac is posing to be a big problem for Jokic. Not because he's so great as a player, but Zubac is a big body. It's a big body that Jokic has to get over and around. And it's just not as easy. It just isn't when you got a 7'1" guy in front of you and you're only 6'11". Even with how skilled he is, it's still not as easy, even though he got 26 points, I know. But if you didn't have that guy in front of you, he drops 40. That's my point. That big man on the other side takes away 10 to 15 points from Jokic. He makes it a little bit harder for him to score. I'm not saying that Jokic can't score. He just makes it a little bit harder. Jokic has to work that much harder to score a point. And that takes even more energy away from him when the fourth quarter comes around. And that's the whole point of the Clippers. They don't want Zubac to be a hero. They just need him to just interrupt Jokic, be annoying to him, be a pest. And that's all they ask of him. And the other two guys will get it done. Now let's talk about tonight, who I think is going to win. Now, the Bucks Pacers. What I'm going to say here, if Damian Lillard comes back tonight, which I could check on one of my phones right here. Let me check real quick. Because if Damian Lillard comes back, Damian Lillard's status for the night, let's see what his status is. He will play game 2, but he might be rusty. So I'm taking the Pacers tonight. And then the Bucks going to come back and beat them in game 3. That's my opinion. Who knows? The Bucks might come out. Damian Lillard might come out and slap him. He just might. But I don't know. I'm taking the Pacers based on what I've seen. I need more evidence before I can pick against that. So I'm going Pacers for this game. Who knows? Maybe Damian Lillard slaps my mouth and makes me shut up. All right, next game we got the Grizzlies and the Thunder. Same idea here. The Grizzlies could turn it around and Ja could go crazy for 50 points. And they win the game. But I'm not seeing it. Until I see it, I can't say it. I'm taking the Thunder tonight. and that's the way the cookie crumbles. We got one more game. Lakers and Timberwolves. I'm torn with this game because LeBron James, he pissed me off last game. Like, I think he's just trying to hang back and ride his buddy over there, Luka's coattails to the finals. And I'm just not having it. That brother needs to step up tonight, and if he doesn't, it's over. But until he does, brothers, I'm picking the Timberwolves to win. I need to see LeBron get that dog in him again. Until I see that dog, he's in the doghouse on my end. I can't go with the Lakers until I see them play the way I know they are capable of playing. Because if they don't play the way I know they're capable of playing, it's a slap in the face and a waste of my time. And I'm not one to waste my time. I got no time to waste. So I'm picking the Timberwolves to win this game. Hopefully I'm wrong for all you Lakers fans, because I know you want your boy LeBron to win one more, but he ain't gonna win like this, and he don't even look like he wants to win one the way he was playing. All right? I know you want to say he was feeling them out. You can feel him out and play better. Feel him out doesn't mean literally sit back and watch the game when you're on the floor. So that's why I'm picking the Timberwolves. But every time I pick against the Lakers, they win. So, who knows? Maybe that's luck for you Lakers fans. But I'm going Timberwolves until I see the Lakers play better. But after game 2 and 3, I'm going to have a much better idea of who these teams really are. Who are the real contenders and who's the pretenders. Who are the contenders and who's the pretenders. We are going to find out by game 4. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.